yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We greet you all wherever you are right now. We are live and direct here at Mzansi Joburg City FM. Impande Zemiti is your program, So yeah, we don't know how you have waken up, how your day is, how your day has begun, how our things are on your side. But all we're saying is we hope for the best, And yes, everything is everything. The day's just been good here in our side, everything is just on point, we just celebrating the breath of life, we're celebrating everything, that's there, and we're embracing our day as it come. It is very important, to really open up for the day, it is really important to just really open up your soul, open up your mind, open up your heart, open up your essence unto the day as it comes, because now everything comes for a reason, and everything is everything, and one thing is one thing, So yeah, remember you are chilling with Zawadi, and we had wished that we could go live, on YouTube, but then it seemed like there is some technical problems. But then rest assured that we'll be uploading. If we don't go live, then we'll be uploading later as a podcast, so that we share the knowledge, we share the inspiration, we share the motivation, we share the information, and we share the vibration also of the day. So yeah, man, this is how we do it here at Mzansi Joburg City FM. So yeah, wherever you are, we're just sending our love, we're sending, our energy, we're just sending, our essence, the whole essence of us. We're just sending you all the positivity of vibrations, there is. So yeah, we're just receiving all the positive vibrations from all spaces, or also, from all corners of the world, from everybody who's tuned in to us, and everybody who's always, sending their vibrations unto us. We're just receiving all that positivity, because life is all about giving and getting. It's not just about giving always, or about getting always. It's all about give and get. This is how nature was designed. So each and everyone and everything has a specific element that they have to share unto the rest of creation, so that life can continue. Nobody is an island. You can't be an island. You see, because you were created, so that your life shall be, based on you absorbing energy from other channels of energy. And also you have to release energy. You keep releasing energy actually. And there are other life forms that absorb the energy that you are projecting or radiating. You see, so this is how creation was designed, So let's look at the human soul, because this is by and large what we are dealing with here at Mzansi Joburg City FM, precisely here at Impande Zemiti program. We're dealing about developing this human soul, giving people the tools to expand their consciousness, to add value into their life, to add value into other people's life spaces also, so that we can all liberate ourselves, from any chains that are holding us back, from anything that is holding us down, so that we can also shed the weight, of any burdens, that are weighing so heavily on our shoulders. Maybe the shoulders of your heart, maybe the shoulders of your mind, maybe the shoulders of your emotional body. We are all helping one and the other, so that we can, shed the weight, put down the heavy load, that is weighing hard, on the shoulders of any aspect of our life, so that we can be free like, like a bird, free like the wind, to just fly freely there wherever you wanna be, so that we can enjoy the life that we were blessed with, because nobody's just here to roam around. We always emphasize this point, nobody is here just, to gain material things, Everybody is here to manifest their great essence, and the essence of your manifestation is how of service are you to other people and the entirety of creation. There is something that you were given when you came into this dimension, when you were allowed to be born, when you got a body, to operate through, there is something great that was encrypted into your soul. That is the talent, so that you can achieve your purpose that you agreed, to achieve when you came. Everybody, you are alive in the spirit zone before you get the body, before you can even get into your mother's womb. You are already alive. You are consciousness, awareness, a spirit, out there somewhere in space, somewhere in the spirit dimension, whatever the specific dimension you might be. You remember, the soul is like consciousness, is like energy. Energy can never be destroyed. Energy can never, be like cut into pieces like it's some kind of matter. Energy can only be transformed, from one state into the other. So the soul being energy, all we are saying is, in the event of what they refer to as death, it's just the soul transformation, whereby you are getting into some other, spiritual dimensions. Life continues. And also when you are born, like your is reawakeness, or the reawakening of the soul. You are awake into this dimension, whereby you are operating through the agency of this vehicle, the bio vehicle, which is your body. But when you leave the body, you're going somewhere. You continue to be alive. Your awareness continues. You continue to interact with other dimensions also. So yeah, that is why it is really important for us to nurture our souls while we are still operating through these bodies, so that we can fulfill our purposes to life. When you live a life according to your purpose, your life has meaning. Your life has value. You begin to be content with thyself. Once you find your purpose, you find yourself. So your purpose and the self, are these things that go together. For you to find your purpose, first you have to find yourself. Who are you? Beyond your surname, beyond your tribe, beyond your citizenship, beyond your race. Who are you? Beyond anything, of this physical limitation. Then from there, after understanding thyself, then you ask the question, why am I here? What is my call? What is my purpose for being here? Why was I allowed to be born? You ask yourself those questions, then you find the answer. In understanding, first you understand your talent. Then from there, you understand the things that matter the most, into the things that you have passion for. Those are the indicators that can guide you into finding your purpose, into finding thyself. You check what I'm saying? So it is really important for us all to find ourselves, so that we can live lives that have meaning. Our lives will start having like some substance, some value. If you don't know why you are here, then you will start doing some other things, and you might become a discord into other people's spaces, because you just don't know where you are positioned. You don't know where you belong. You are always here. You are always there. You are just everywhere. You are scattered. You just go with the wind, simply because you don't have the ground for foundation. You don't have the ground to establish yourself. So it is really important to find ourselves. Who are you? Why are you here? So this is what we are always dealing about here at Impandezemiti program. So to give each other tools, so that we can be able to organize ourselves, organize our lives, in your own little space. Organize yourself, have that sense of communication between your psyche and your heart, so that you can have order within, So yeah, man, it is really important. So the essence of life is all about the expansion of our souls, So our souls were designed in such a way that we have to expand our consciousness. The expansion of our consciousness is based on the things that we do. The things that we do are based on the belief system and the perceptions that we have, about ourselves, about other people, about other things, about life in general. So if we really have self-knowledge, we understand our purposes. We live, to execute that dream of fulfilling our purposes. That is the zone whereby we find our consciousness expanding. Why? Simply because you start doing things that matter the most, the things that have meaning, not just to you, but other people's life spaces. Your life becomes something of a support system, a support structure unto other people's life spaces. Your life becomes something of, a resource, unto other people's life spaces. You become somebody who is of value, unto other people's life spaces, in as much as you have other people that contribute towards you being alive on a day-to-day basis. So it is really important to keep expanding that consciousness. That is how we were designed. We were designed, to as the replica, of the creators, that created everything, from rocks, the rivers, the state of matter, all planets, all cosmic bodies, all phenomena of life, and all phenomenon, So we are the replicas of that, the images of that. We simply mean we have this great power within us to also create realities, create things that matter the most in life, and our creations must be in line with the law of harmony and order of creation. We mustn't violate order. Once we violate order in the principles of creation, we create a compromise, and the compromise might have, some other catastrophic karmic repercussions into our lives. You see, so it is really important for us to be inspired in the terms of positivity, to be inspired in the terms of morality, to be inspired in the terms of divinity of life, to be inspired in the terms of life to the max. So that must be the motivation for our lives. So having find yourself, you start to focus your energy, focus your attention, focus your time, focus your resources towards that fulfillment of the purpose that we have made to be aware of about the self. So everybody matters in this life. In every body of us there is all this goodness, in as much as there is the potential badness. So it depends on what field of yourself you are tapping or invoking in any given moment, space and time. But it is really important to consistently and dominantly invoke and tap into the positivity side of us, the moral side of us, the good side of us, so that we won't cause discord and disharmony and disorder in the environment wherever we may be. We won't be the element of disturbance into other, and disruption and interruption into other people's life spaces also. So goodness is a very important thing. Being good also, indicates the idea of you having love, you having respect, you having empathy, you having compassion, you having, this idea of being free to collaborate with other people for the good collective, intent, also understanding other people, without judgment. So it is really important. Also being emotionally intelligent, is being good. So it is important for us to tap into this element, and these principles of us, so that we can harmonize our relations, our interrelations with other people. You can't have good relations with other people if you don't have a good relationship within yourself, because everything begins within the self. You can't give what you don't have. So it's all about you activating what you have within. So the goodness thereof that is within, it is really important for us to keep invoking that, activating that, align our whole essence of lives into that. Yes, we are bound to slip, fall, stumble, make mistakes in life, but mistakes are not a curse, and mistakes are not the end of you. Those are just an opportunity of the broader self-awareness, of the self. So it is really important thereof to remain anchored, founded, established in the goodness of us all, so that we remain aligned to the frequencies, the dimensions of life. Remember, we are not just, alone in this creation. We are in the presence of a whole lot of realities and consciousness, and vibrations also. So we are connected into all the elements that are there within space. We are connected into specific realms and dimensions in the spirit world. So remember, each and every dimension have life forms within it, has a life of its own, with its own principles, its own laws, its own values, its own personalities, its own characters also. You see, so it is really important when we are founded in goodness, we remain aligned to the real realms of benevolence, the realms of the angelic zones, so that we keep interacting with those elements to amplify our goodness, to secure our space within thyself. You see, so if you find goodness within thyself, it is really possible and automatic to give out that. You can only give what you have, cut and clear. That is how creation was designed. You can't give what you don't have. You can't take anything out of nothingness. So yeah, life to the max and goodness to the max is what we are promoting. So in our soul expansion, there is a whole lot of law of gravity that always pull us down. Maybe one will be wondering, what does gravity has to do, with our day-to-day lives, because gravity is all about, pulling down things that are in motion, or things that are going up, above. What we're saying is your soul, your consciousness, your spirit was designed to keep, rising up higher and higher and higher and higher, into higher dimensions of the self, higher dimensions of creation, higher dimensions of spirit, higher dimensions of awareness, But there are elements and certain things that are always, pulling us back, pulling us down. There are elements that are always, adding weight into the body of our soul, so that we cannot levitate, we cannot shoot higher. Remember, biblically they say you cannot enter heaven if your soul is heavily laden with heavy burdens. So you have to shed the burden, then you can access the space of heaven. Similarly, when you look at the Kemetic science and spirituality, they talk of the scale of Ma'at, where they say, your soul cannot ascend to the higher realms if on the weighing, on the scale of Ma'at, it is found to be heavier than the feather or lighter than the feather. So that point of equilibrium is really important, because it symbolizes harmony, order, also, and truth and reality, you see. So this is a similarity. We cannot experience the good feeling within ourselves if we are always heavily laden with lots of sorrows, pain, and everything that is negative. So there are elements. We are going to be talking about elements that are within thyself, because we can be self-sabotaging. We can sabotage ourselves. You can have good goals, good dreams, good plans for life, good intents, but you can sabotage yourself, without anyone else having to sabotage you, to come into your space, to disrupt you. You can disrupt yourself. You can interfere with the goodness within yourself, with the progress within yourself, with the success within yourself, through you tapping into certain elements within you. So there are certain elements within us, that are of hindrance, that are of an obstruction, that make us not to see the lighter side of us, and the lighter side of light, the brighter side of light, the brighter side of life also. There are those things, that become chains that fasten us into one spot, whereby we are feeling this uncomfortable feeling, and the more we stay there, the longer the longer we stay there, is the more we open the probabilities of us not achieving any good about our lives, you know. So we're gonna be talking about these elements, you know, that get us, you know, into stagnation in life, or that get us moving backward in life instead of forward in life, you know. So the principle that we are motivating is forward ever, backward never, you know. Kwa Kiswahili twasema mbele milele, nyuma kamwe, ama nyuma mwiko, you know. Forward ever, backward never, you know. So we must always move forward, you know, with our lives, you know. When you are moving forward, it means you are achieving something. You are moving nearer and nearer and nearer to your destiny, you know. You are moving nearer and closer to you achieving your life purpose. Remember, life purpose is not that thing that you are like at the end of the day, like, yes, I've achieved it, you know. Like, we achieve our life purpose, you know, step by step. One thing that you do is a success, it's an achievement of your purpose.